some great people, including, of course, Rand. So go check that out. Now, let's do it. Let's jump into the news today. So big tech is at it again, trying to get in on the crypto sphere. And this time, of course, it's Facebook. So for some context, let's go back and see what happened. 1 week after Facebook made the historic announcement to rename their holding company to Meta, the metaverse narrative is causing waves across the tech sector. So the announcement is pretty interesting. It seems to be another example of big tech trying to jump in and take a piece of the pie. The announcement that Facebook is going to be changing its name is kind of tying up the dots between social media, personal data, and the frontiers of augmented and virtual reality. It essentially reflects their growing ambition to go beyond a social media platform. But here's the question, and this is the question that everyone's asking. Are you going to trust Facebook or even Mark Zuckerberg to be owning your data, to hold your data, to look after your data? Do you trust them anymore? I'm not sure that I do. So Vice actually did an article, and I'm going to go through it for you. So Facebook have been known to actually exploit data, manipulate human behavior, and that is essentially their business model. It's very Web 2. It's very much selling our data. The metaverse isn't going to be any different. And guys, let me know your thoughts on the metaverse in the comments, because I really don't think that it's going to be any different. The people are the same. The business model will be the same. And the change really is kind of about ensuring that Facebook isn't left behind on this trend, rather than actually adopting that Web3 crypto narrative of decentralization and people owning their own data and people being sovereign. So I guess it's just another example of people trying to get a piece of the pie, because this crypto universe is absolutely blowing up right now. All right, I'm looking through the comments, and so I want to know whether you agree with me and whether you think that this is really just another example of big tech, because I, for one, don't really like it. It does concern me. But of course, Facebook is the first mover, and that's always very interesting. But every big player is hot on their heels, given how explosive crypto and NFTs are and the whole metaverse is right now. It's really very trendy. So today, major news actually came out that Microsoft takes on Facebook by launching Metaverse on Teams. So this will be really fascinating. Users will actually be able to appear as animated cartoons in meetings and visit virtual work spaces. So I guess it's really Zoom, but in the metaverse. Again, it's still centralized. And as consumers, we obviously have the power to decide whether we want to give our attention and our time to these big blue chip companies and governments, or whether we want to support a decentralized metaverse that shares its rewards with us and also shares the ethos of crypto. So I'm going to keep going through some of the big news today, because there's some really interesting stuff that's happened, something which is more in line with what we like. So yeah, I'm still looking through the comments. Please let me know your thoughts on this. Let's have a look. You don't trust the metaverse. Exactly. I like that, guys. We're all on the same page. This is how it needs to be, decentralized. So as corporations and governments obviously scramble right now to take control over the digital asset space, there have been a lot of investments actually into a decentralized metaverse. And finally, that is underway. I know we've seen a lot of decentralized versions, but there's been a huge announcement today. So a firm backed by Alan Howard and the Winklevoss twins closes a $100 million metaverse fund. This is huge, because this obviously comes from the Winklevoss twins. It comes from people who have already added a lot of value to this space. They clearly share the same values. They clearly really care about the ethos of this community. They were very vocal during the whole issue with Robinhood and GameStop and AMC. So they clearly care a lot about the decentralized ethos of this space. So I'm excited. And I actually think it's really funny to see that rivalry between Mark Zuckerberg and the Winklevoss twins. Whenever one does one thing, the next one does another. So that rivalry is going crazy. So this particular metaverse, well, obviously it's decentralized. So it'll be using blockchain technology protocols to actually underpin the creation and use of digital objects and items and so on, like NFTs and so on. So this will actually come from Sfermium investment firm. That's pretty hard to say, but that's the name of the investment firm. And so we're seeing a lot of smart money building in this decentralized metaverse. It's going to be a digital universe out of reach of governments and greedy blue chip corporations. A decentralized metaverse is basically the friendliest crypto jurisdiction. It will be the option it'll basically be the best option in my opinion. It's the only option to choose, and I'll be choosing that option. I am excited for the metaverse. I'm also kind of concerned that there could be, that humans could take it too far, you know? I don't know if you guys watch Black Mirror, let me know, but there is that kind of concern that humans might take it too far. So although we'll have a decentralized metaverse if, you choose to choose that type of metaverse, which is the one I'll be choosing. There is that concern that we might take it too far, but we'll see how it goes. I am very, very excited. And guys, before I sign off, I do want to give you one last major piece of news today, actually. So this comes from the mayor of Miami. So the mayor of Miami has actually decided to take his next paycheck 100% fully in Bitcoin. I think that's insane. Anybody else going to be taking their paycheck in Bitcoin? I do take some of mine in Bitcoin. And it's a pretty crazy thing to do. But I love that. That's amazing. That's a huge iconic moment in history. That is the first politician to do such a thing. So guys, that's it for a microdose. My name is Layah. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube. I don't know why I keep forgetting what I have. Oh, I got a Twitter, I got an Instagram, and a YouTube where I interview some really amazing people, including Ran. So guys, go check that out. And that's all from me today. We'll see you next week, I think. All right. Bye-bye.